Greetings. All right, let's talk about this a minute. So, Hit and Mix just dropped their update to RipX Daw at version 8. And I'm going to be honest with you, up until this point, not even up until this point, maybe, let's just say a year ago, I stopped using it. Now, mind you, I started at version 5, bought 5 and 6, and 7 came, and I noticed the shift in the stemming algorithms that was happening all over online and softwares. And we're at version 8 right now with RipX. And I'm truly disappointed, man. I haven't used it since last year because of the main problem, the stemming. Now, if you don't know, Demucs version 4 is what RipX is using. Now, if you don't know a little bit about Demucs and the model, that's been around for a very long time, and it really hasn't been updated. They were really the first ones that started the 6 stem thing that sounded pretty decent back then. And, it hasn't really been updated. Of course, I think in, version 6 or 7, RipX incorporated the Demucs. And it was cool at the time. But this software specifically bases itself around stemming first. To be able to do all the bells and the whistles and the tricks and everything and all the new features and effects and everything, it relies on the stemming. So my thing is, how is it that we got to a point where you drop a whole new update, it's got brand new effects and all this stuff, but they didn't update the stem algorithm? So with that being said, not to mention, it still takes long as hell to stem something out with the same result it's been. So, when you start talking about pitch to scale and taking the stem and moving them as notes and, trying different scales and different expressions or whatever the hell, my point is, how do you expect to get a good result if you're not separating the instruments properly for every layer? Why do I have to work so much harder to clean up a stem that in today's stemming, it's already cleaner? So let me just show you what I'm talking about because I'm rambling on. Let me just show you what I'm talking about. So I got a song here, and basically, it's a joint that, for testing purposes, right? Let me just bring it back. Let's bring it back to the beginning. Okay, so I took the liberty to stem it out already because I did my timing. It was actually a 3 minute and 12 second song, which took 4 minutes to stem out. Okay? Now, let's just listen to what we're working with here. So, let me just go to the vocal stem. All right. Now, if you know like I know, it sounds bad. It's a lot of ducking, and it doesn't sound clean enough. Now, it's not the worst thing I heard, but it's not good. So here's then. So let me just leave it all in. Let me put it all in, right? And so this says strings, and this says piano, but as we solo this, there's no piano here. That's not even the piano. This is the piano stem. So it's just right. There's no piano here. So it didn't see that. All right. Now this is supposed to be the guitar. So we go to the guitar layer. Let's listen to this a minute. This is really, really okay. All right. And as you can hear, I don't know what that is. Okay. So let's go back here to the string layer. Let's bring that back a minute. Right. And let's just go, I don't know, maybe around here. So it's supposed to be brass. So if you hear the quality of it, it sounds really bad. So my point being is that if it sounds bad, and let's say if I go to let's just take the vocal. You know what? Let's just drag this up here. Okay. So let's take this. The bass is the only thing that sound good, and that's always sounded good. It's not the greatest, but it's always sounded good. That was the first stem they got clean. But anyway, I got all these selected here. And they got this little function down the bottom that says scale the chords. And you open it up. Look, they got a nice little shiny new menu now. Now they got express progressions. You got happy, funky, soulful, etc., etc. And these are supposed to basically, change the way the notes and everything is sounding. Plus you got your, your scale. And then you got the key. So I'm going to select. So first of all, let's see what it thinks it is. So let's detect this. So it automatically, when I hit detect, it moved the note. So it said it was a C. So let's play it a minute. And I know it's not even going to sound. All right, so let me just undo that. So you already hear it sounds like it's supposed to when it's normal. All right, so I'm gonna select all these notes because I don't have the kick drum and none of that selected. Just all the notes and the vocals. So we're gonna select them all. And let's see what happens. Okay. So I'm just fooling around, of course. I just want to let you hear the quality of it all. Now, mind you, I'm being a little crazy with it and selecting all these tracks. I shouldn't be selecting the vocals. And granted, my gripe ain't really with the functions they have. My gripe is with the quality of the separation for the stuff they have. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, what are we doing here? It's like it's not usable in a real working environment. It's like it's cute because you can do weird things with it. If I take the vocals and I just select the vocal track. Wait a minute. Let me just deselect everything. Let me go to the vocal track. And let me solo the vocal track, right? And I select all. I can go here and I can say, look, I want to straighten the pitch. So let me straighten the pitch. I straightened it out, and this is what it sounds like. Yeah. Never underestimate the real life. The gun slinging fat Mac a sick type of dude. Who that? I left blood stain in every spot that I rock. I'm representing. See, my thing is, if the stemming was right, the tool would be right. And they got a whole bunch of new stuff. Rip tone, rip trip. I don't know about none of that. I ain't get to that. My point is that if I got to do so much work to get these things they got in here working right, then why? Like, I don't know. But without being said, man, without me saying too much craziness, it was a big disappointment. And I don't know why I even bothered because I haven't been using it for a year. And I paid $300 for this shit. And, I would have thought it would have been, after a whole year going by, I would have thought they would have did a lot of advancement for what you supposed to be able to do in here. I was hoping that you could at least be able to stem it out better. I don't care about the speed of the stem, but it has to sound good if you want to utilize the tools that makes this software special. If I'm wrong, feel free to let me know about it in the comments below. With that being said, until the next time, man, Kettle Man out.